Welcome kids to the today's topic, the linear equation in one variable of 8th standard chapter number 2. We across the two terms, that is one is equation and two is expression. First, in short we can recall it. What is expression? Expression means just when variables are there, x plus y, or you can write p plus q plus r. These are called expression. Now equation means what? Equation. This word is telling you the equation when it shows you it is equal to something. Suppose I am writing here 4. So when this sign comes in the expression, it becomes an equation. In short, in equation, equal must be there. The sign of equal should be there where the expression is just expressing us. So this is about equation and expression. Now, what is the linear equation in one variable? In one variable. Now equation we know, and in one variable it means what? Your expression should be in one variables. Now you can see here it is x plus y plus z. Here I am going to write x plus 2. So what is happening here? This is a 1 alphabet, this is a 2, this is a 3 alphabet. Here the alphabet is again in 1 and here the again is 1. So what it means? The variables, when variables come more than 2, so it is not a linear equation. Linear equation, it means what? In the equation only one variable should be there. It means what? If you are writing x plus 2 is equal to 5, here you can see here only one alphabet is there and that is x. One more thing to be remembered is in the linear equation we just have to see what is the power of your variable. Here the variable power is 1. If I am writing the variable power is 2, variable is a 3 and I am putting it into the expression. So what is happening? This is the second rule in a linear equation is the equation should not raise to the power more than 1. It means this will not be the linear equation, this will not be the linear equation. So again come to the understand the topic what the linear equation in one variable. It means the equation which contain only one variable which doesn't have power more than 1. So come to our lesson now. I have equation 2x minus 3 is equal to 7. Now, first of all, we have to remember here variable is 1. Its power is also 1. It is not more than 2. So, it's first of all, it's our linear equation. Now, how to solve this? Here, we are having two methods of solving this. First method is when we are taking 2x as it is and here in the expression we need to know what is the value of x. Once you get the value of x, your problem is solved, your sum is solved. Now here 2x minus 3 is equal to 7 can be written as 2x 7 and as we are having this is a LHS side, left hand side and this is RHS side. When from the number LHS side shifted to the RHS, the sign of that number definitely will get changed. So we have to put the sign here plus 3. It means we are shifting a number to its RHS side. So what is here? The equation will become 2x is equal to 7 plus 3 is 10. Now we have to know what is the value of x. So for this sum we can write, as we know, we studied earlier, x is equal to 10 upon 2 and again x is equal to 5. This is our first solution. Now the second method to solve this sum is, we have to write 2x minus 3 is equal to 7 as it is. When you having minus 3 sign, you have to take same number to this expression, but sign will be changed. Means what? If I am writing this number 2x minus 3 and if I want to get it 0 from that equation, I have to put the 3. But again one more rule is there, when you are taking or when you are adding or subtracting or dividing any number with your LHS side, you have to do the same to the RHS side with the same number. You will not change the number. So here the 7 should be again added with the 3. Now as we know, minus plus will get cancelled. So now we are getting the equation 2x is equal to 10 and again x is equal to 5. This is our second method to solve the sum. Now one more thing, you might be confused, is my answer is wrong or is my answer is correct? For this the verification is also needed. Now as we know what our expression is, our linear equation is 2x minus 3 is equal to 7 and we got the answer x is equal to 5. Now how to verify our answer? We get the answer x is equal to 5. Now if we have the confusion, is our answer is correct or not? So how do we verify it? That is also have a method. You have to put your equation as it is, 2x minus 3 is equal to 7. Once we get this, we have to see what is its LHS and RHS. LHS and RHS. The rule is your LHS should equal to your RHS. So for the verification, we have to put the value of x which we got. So I am putting that 2 and as x is equal to 5, so you can write over here and minus 3. Now this should be equal to our RHS and you get the 7. Now it is 10, here is a 3 and this is equal to 7. It means it is equal to the RHS side. Here our answer is verified, that is x is equal to 5. Now again I am here with some more example. We can also solve that. The next sum is 2y plus 9 is equal to 4. With the first method I am doing the same thing is, with the first method it is 2y, when I am shifting the number from the LHS to the RHS, so it will definitely become 9. By this method you again will get 2y is equal to minus 5. So y is equal to minus 5 by 2. This is our answer. Now here is the time to start with our exercises. The first sum of that is x minus 2 is equal to 7. In the answer, x minus 2 is equal to 7. The first step while solving the answer is x is equal to, you can shift your number 2 there, so it will become plus 2. And we get x is equal to 9. Again for the verification, you can take x is equal to 9 and minus 2, we got 7. So it is a verified. The next sum is y plus 3 is equal to 10. Again in the same way, 10 minus 3 and y is equal to 7. Once you get concept here, you can solve it very easily. We can proceed with the third sum. The third sum is 6 is equal to z plus 2. We can write the equation in this way also. Z plus 2 is equal to 6. Now when z will be as it is 6, this number will be shifting here, so it will change the sign. It is becoming, and then z is equal to 4. The next sums in these lessons are 3 upon 7 plus x is equal to 17 upon 7. Now, how to solve the sum when it comes into the fraction? Again, the methods are same. We can write x over here. 17 will be as it is, 17 upon 7. Then this number will be shifting to your RHS side and it is becoming minus 3 upon 7. As we know, when the denominator are same, we just have to subtract the numerator. So we can get denominator will be as it is and this becomes 14 upon 7. It means what? The x's value is 2. In the exercise, the rest of the sums are same, but here, as we seen, the fraction sum is there. Similarly, in the decimal point, one more equation is given. That is question number 8 in the 2.1 exercise, that is 1.6 is equal to y upon 1.5. How to solve this sum? It is very simple again. As you have your RHS side into the fraction and into the decimal point, at that time, what we have to do is y equal to 1.6, and as it is into the division form, when it shifted to the point, it will be 1.5. So we are getting y is equal to 2.4, and it is our answer.